everybody, my name is Samantha. My husband and I decided to begin this channel for a variety of reasons. One of which is because as of tomorrow we will be embarking on a hugely potentially transformational weight loss journey. And we also, because we have friends and family all over the country, we are always looking to make new friends all over the country. I find people absolutely fascinating, and we wanted to be able to share a bit of our everyday lives. So that's what we're going to do. Like I said, my name is Samantha. My husband's name is Trey. We live in Southeast New Mexico. We have 4 children, 2 12-year-olds, and 7.5, almost 8-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old. We also have 3 dogs and 2 cats. So it's not exactly a zoo. It doesn't necessarily smell like a zoo all the time. Well, it does. Okay, it doesn't really smell like a zoo, but it might sound like a zoo because, well, it's crazy. 4 kids, 5 animals, 2 adults. But to speak of whenever we have our friends over, and we'll get to that here in a minute. Anyway, it can be a bit chaotic. We are planning on vlogging every day, well, because we want to. What spurred this on is that as of tomorrow, which is Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent, we are going to be, my husband and I only, not the children, but my husband and I will be subsisting on only homemade, fresh veggie and fruit juices and water, and that's all. No coffee, no Cokes, well, sodas. I'm a Southern girl. Everything is a Coke. A Coke is a Coke. A Pepsi's a Coke. A Dr. Pepper's a Coke. It's all Coke. Anyway, none of that. No wine, no sugar, no nothing. That's what we're doing for 46 days at least. We're going through the entire Lent season, which is for 46 days, starting tomorrow through Easter Sunday. And we may, at the end of the 46 days, the main goal, the big goal is 60 days of juice fasting. Don't know if we can make 60 days. We will do at least 46. Now, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, especially people that have been juicing, and they share their stories. And I have found them very inspiring. There is a guy, I cannot remember his channel's name, and I am so sorry, but his name is Steven Kreider, and he is great to watch, very inspirational. And so I think my other reason for wanting to do this is because I have been looking for inspiration as a woman who is going to be juice fasting, and there aren't many. There are some women who have gone through the whole 60-day juice fasting, but not a lot. And so I wanted to provide information for other women who may be looking to juice fast by seeing it all the way through. I've only come across maybe 3, but several guys that have continued to take the journey. So maybe I can provide information to somebody else out there like me. The weight loss will probably be a bit dramatic. My husband and I did the juice fast for 17 days last summer, and in 17 days I lost 17 pounds and my husband lost 23. Now, we gained it all back because we went back to the standard American diet, which is not in the plan this go round. We will be eating, well, we've made a pact that after Easter or after we're done juicing, only 30% of what's in our grocery cart when we go grocery shopping will be prepackaged, like chips and cereal and all that other kind of stuff. Everything else will be fresh produce, perhaps lean meat. I've been a vegetarian off and on all my life. I may go back to being a vegetarian. We'll see where it takes us. I'm not sure yet. But we don't want to go back. I don't like being overweight. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. I don't have any energy. I feel sluggish and I feel slow and I feel easily overwhelmed by all the tasks that I have. set in front of me. So when we did this before for 17 days, we did feel better towards the end. We just didn't see it through. We plan on doing that this go round. Partially because it is for Lent, and for me, for Lent, and I don't want to get religious here, and I'm not trying to Bible thump at anybody, I'm just giving my personal viewpoint. And for me, Lent is a covenant with myself and with my Heavenly Father, and I've never broken a Lent, or whatever I've given up for Lent before. I've never broken it, and I don't plan on it this year. So I will be seeing it through. My husband will be seeing it through for at least 46 days. I'm not sure how much weight I'm going to lose. I will let you know how much weight I've lost, and maybe at the end I'll tell you where I'm starting, but it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm not going to start by telling you how much I weigh today. I may tell you that sometime in the future, but we'll weigh in probably once a week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow and then every Wednesday, or if we will weigh in tomorrow and then every Sunday, since Lent ends on Sunday. I'm not sure. We're just sort of flying by the seat of our pants. And on top of juice fasting, we will be exercising. Nothing too hardcore, because we don't want to hurt ourselves, especially because we are not very active right now. We have an elliptical, and we have the Xbox Connect. And years ago, before I got to be so overweight, I really enjoyed dancing, especially belly dancing and jazz and hip hop and all that other kind of stuff. So with my curtains closed and nobody watching, I'm just gonna jam it out. Maybe my husband will catch it on tape one of these days. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what you're gonna see here? Anyway, let's see. I'm not sure where to go from here. Oh, I guess I could talk about me a little bit, and then I'll talk about my husband, so you can kind of get to know us. I stay at home with the children, and I work from home. I'm a writer. An aspiring writer, I should say. I've not sold anything, so you haven't read anything that I've written yet. I aspire to be a writer. I also am an actress and a director. Nothing that you've ever seen before, only at the local community level. I've been acting at the community level for 20 years now, and I've been directing for the last couple of years. And I love theater. I love telling a good story. I love it all. So that's what I'm going to do. Actually, the next show that I'm directing, I will audition for. Today's Tuesday, so a week from yesterday. I'll start auditions on Monday. And my poor cast gets to go through this journey with me, because Lent ends the weekend before the show opens. So it should be interesting for me and for the cast, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Like I said, I've done this before for a shorter amount of time. I know that there will be detox symptoms, especially coming off the caffeine. A lot of people, when they first go on a juice fast, they don't allow themselves, the dog's working, they don't allow themselves any medication. I will, because I do have 4 children, and I can't afford to be in bed all day with a headache for a couple of days, because I'm coming off the caffeine. So I will allow myself some over-the-counter medication to take care of the headaches as I detox. And I am going to try my hardest to be in a pleasant mood. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. So we will be vlogging every day. It won't just be about weight loss. We would also like to share more of our daily lives. But I will put in the title whatever it is that we're posting. So if you are only interested in the weight loss aspect of this channel, you'll know exactly what you're looking for. If you are not necessarily curious about the weight loss of this channel, and you just want to see, what's kind of going on in the rest of our lives, then you can sort of weed through all that too. Let's see. My friends. So, I grew up pretty much as an only child. I have a half brother, but we were not raised together, and we don't speak right these days. I don't speak with any of much of my family. A couple of cousins and an uncle on one side of my family, and then a couple of uncles and aunt and my grandmother on the other side. But I do not speak to either set of my parents, and maybe the why will come out later. I don't know. It's not really relevant right now. Anyway, so my husband and I are both on our second marriage. He's the love of my life. He is the smartest guy I know. He's my hero. And I can't wait for you to meet him. I think you'll love him as much as I do. My ex-husband has since remarried. We've been divorced for about 5 years. He has also remarried, and we do not have the typical exes and currents relationship, where they fight all the time and they can't stand each other. My ex-husband's wife is one of my dearest friends. And that came about after their marriage. It's not like, one of us left the other one for a close friend. We've all become close friends. I think it's good for the children, and it's also good for us. There's no reason for anyone to have that kind of stress over, whose ex said what and who's doing what, who's looking at you funny. I don't really care. Anyway, we have a similar relationship with my husband's ex-wife and her husband. We all get together for some holidays throughout the year, like Easter. We've gotten together every Easter for the last 3 or 4 years. And birthdays, and sometimes just a barbecue. And it's not just kids' birthdays. We've all gotten together for each other's birthdays. And it's really been nice. So in this large family, myself and my husband, my ex and his wife, and my husband's ex and her husband, there are 6 of us and 10 kids that go back and forth to houses. My husband, of our 4 kids, the 12-year-old son belongs biologically to my husband. I also refer to him as my son with permission of his mother. So don't think that I don't want any person to yell at me that I'm trying to take his mother's place. I'm not. We are just close. And I've been in his life for about half of his life now. My 2 daughters, or our 2 daughters, the 12-year-old girl and the 7.5-year-old girl, are mine biologically. They call my husband Dad, and they call their dad Daddy, or they're both Daddy, or whatever. In fact, just last weekend before last, they had the citywide daddy-daughter dance, and both my ex and my husband took our 2 daughters, and then my ex-husband's wife's 2 daughters to the daddy-daughter dance. So it was 2 guys and 4 girls, and they all had a blast. And everybody got ready over here, and I have pictures. Maybe I can post them later. Anyway, we have a similar relationship with the other side. My husband's ex-wife and I have known each other since high school, but they divorced, gosh, I think it's been 10, 11 years ago. And, my husband and I got together 5-ish years ago. I don't know. I don't keep track. Anyway, so we've known each other for a long, long time. It hasn't always been 100% rainbows and roses, to be honest. And I know this is sort of on a tangent. Anyway, I'm just sort of trying to lay the foundation. But we have all made it work. And I think it's great. It's great for the kids. It's great for us. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I was going somewhere with that, and I'm not sure where I was going. Anyway, I wanted to lay the foundation. The exes and their current spouses may show up in videos from time to time. Also, any of my friends out there watching, if I have a camera, you might end up on here. If you don't want to be on YouTube, let me know, and I will be sure that you're not on there, because I don't want to upset anybody. So, I guess that's about it. We will vlog every day. Today is Fat Tuesday, no pun intended. And I'm going to enjoy it, and tomorrow will start the first day of the rest of my life. And I'll let you know how it's going on a day-to-day basis. And I guess we'll just sort of leave it at that. Kind of hoping, I'm looking at the film right now, and I'm hoping to get rid of this. This is not good. This is very unattractive. It'll be gone before too long. I'm hoping that in 46 days, with the rate of weight loss that I've experienced before doing this, 30, 40 pounds is kind of what I'm hoping for. So, and then we'll work the rest of it off and sculpt and all that other kind of stuff. So, stay tuned. Hopefully in the next 6 months, between juice fasting and then after that eating 100% healthy and exercising, I'm going to look into a trainer. I have a couple of ladies in mind, but I can't say their names because I haven't gotten permission to share their names on YouTube yet. So anyway, subscribe if you want to. If you don't. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic Fat Tuesday, and let's change ourselves for the better starting tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.